Hey, and welcome back to another video. So this is the 2019 Apple Watch Series 5 running WatchOS 9. And in this video, we'll be taking a closer look at how well this almost 3-year-old watch performs on Apple's latest WatchOS. We'll be covering important details such as the battery life and OS performance, as well as some of the new features that the Series 5 got with WatchOS 9. This is the Apple Watch Series 5 running WatchOS 9 here in 2022. So as usual, before jumping right in, don't forget to smash that like button down below as it helps this video get on YouTube's algorithm. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and ring that bell notification button so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Also, if you have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave them down in the comment section below. We can start a discussion or I can answer your questions. My social media is also linked down in the description below, which includes Instagram, Discord, and Twitter. And now let us jump right into this video. Now, just to point out that I have segmented this video slider into different sections. So if you want to jump to a specific section, you can go ahead and jump to that if you just want to see a specific section of this video. So that's there. Now, first of all, let's start off with power on time, because when the watch is in its off state, it takes a while to power on. The older the watch gets and the newer the updates become. For example, Series 1s take almost a minute to power on, and we will do the same with this. And I've already connected it. As you can see, Apple Watch Series 5 is connected to my phone to make the power on process a bit more faster, so it connects right away. And let's go ahead and press the power button, the button on the side there, and let's see how long it takes. Alright, so it did power on, and that's how long it actually took to power on. I'll put it up on screen there. So yeah, it's decently fast after the update, and I don't think there was a change in terms of power on time from WatchOS 8 and up to WatchOS 9. I don't think there was a difference. So I mean, I didn't time it on WatchOS 8 as I remember, but it is roughly the same. And I really haven't loaded anything on this watch. Its storage is quite empty, so it's gonna be the same. So yeah, that was the power on time for the Apple Watch Series 5. Alright, so now for general OS performance, and I honestly cannot notice a considerable difference in OS performance, general multitasking and all that stuff since the update. It seems to be exactly the same. Apps load at the same speed, and then they close at the same speed as well. And let's load some reminders. Let's just load a bunch of stuff. Let's load the thingamajig, the cycle tracking thing. Let's load heart rate. Let's load more things. Let's load tips. And as you can see, they open almost instantly. So that is really nice to see. The performance is almost the same. And now let us load the multitasking there. And as you can see, it works just fine. So it hasn't slowed down at all. And by the way, I use this watch on the daily. This is, and earlier of course my Series 1 over there that I retired after I bought the Series 8, but at least every other day I do use this watch, or daily if I really need the battery life, because the Series 1 battery was dying over time. And this thing, as you can see, it performs just fine. I cannot tell you a major difference from WatchOS 8. The performance is exactly the same as you saw it. The multitasking, everything works fine. Nothing has slowed down considerably. There may be, of course, a bit of slowdown, but it's, as far as I can tell, it's negligible. So yeah, everything in terms of OS performance works fine. It switches watch faces fine. The multitasking works fine. Digital crown, notifications, and quick settings. everything just works perfectly fine, which is nice. And yeah, so that is your OS performance on the Series 5 running WatchOS 9. It's essentially the same as WatchOS 8. So up next is the next most important thing in an Apple Watch, and that is the battery life. Now my watch, as you can see in the battery health, is at 84%. So it is a heavily used watch, and I bought this on launch day in 2019, and I have used this watch heavily for my workouts and hiking and all that stuff. So this is not a watch that just sat in the corner all its life. This thing was heavily used, but I also didn't let its battery drop below 20% as well, and I didn't damage the battery in that way. I took care of the battery, charged it always above 20% as well, and didn't charge it way up to 100% as well. I kind of stopped it at 80, 85 sometimes, occasionally maybe 100% when I needed the extra charge, but never let it drop below 20. So my battery isn't the worst, but it's still used. As you can see, it's been heavily used. And in terms of battery performance after the update, again, I honestly can't tell you a difference. I used this for a few days now since the update, and it's the same. I cannot complain. And furthermore, there's a new feature with WatchOS 9, and that's low power mode. When you go into it, there's a few things that will be delayed. Some notifications will be delayed and all that stuff. Some stuff like, as you can see, background heart rate measurements, heart rate notifications, some of that stuff will be turned off, but your battery will get a considerable boost. I used this for one day and it's quite a big difference. It does make quite a big difference, but then you will get delayed notifications and some other stuff. You can read up on low power mode. There's a lot into it. You can read up on it online, but yeah, low power mode will definitely help if your battery life is really low, if your battery health is worse than mine. But without low power mode, this thing will last me throughout an entire day with I'd say moderate to heavy workouts. Maybe not with an ultra heavy workout like probably half the entire day at the gym, maybe not, but moderate to heavy workouts, this thing will last me the entire day on WatchOS 9. So if you are thinking that your battery life will tank since you update to WatchOS 9, it's not. It's going to work just fine. But also I should point out that I have the always on display turned off as well, so I do get a bit more battery out of it, but it is what it is. I cannot tell a difference from WatchOS 8, and that's all that matters. Another reasonably important thing is the storage after update. Now, as you can see, my watch is empty. I have not loaded a lot of things. You just get 52 megabytes in activity, just a bit of music, blah, 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 blah. Not much at all. And as you can see, my watch is empty. So 6.2 gigs of storage has been taken, and just a bit of it is just apps and messages and stuff. So let's say WatchOS 9 takes about 6 gigs of storage out of your watch. So there you go. It doesn't really take that much. Now, I didn't check how much it took from WatchOS 8, but you can get an idea of how much it does take as a whole if you just ignore the 0.2 there and just take it as 6 gigs. So yeah, not much storage. You have plenty of storage for your music and stuff if you do choose to load it onto your watch, if that's what you like doing. So yeah, that's just a quick look at the storage situation on WatchOS 9. Next up, let's jump into some of the new features. Now, the Series 5 is not gonna get all the new features. Of course, it's an older watch, and I'm not sure exactly what it got and what it didn't, or more specifically what it didn't get, but you can look that up online. Pretty sure there's a list. We're not going to get into all of that in the interest of time, but the workout apps, especially the running and walking apps, did get the workouts themselves got quite a bit of an overhaul. I use the outdoor walk thing quite often, and one of my favorites is now that you have your access to your rings down here when you scroll on the digital crown like that. That's a new thing. That's nice to see. You can scroll like that. And also it's the same when you're running as well. Everything else on the side and all is still the same, as you can see there. The thing also comes with this new heart rate zone thing. So you have to go to settings for that. Let me show you. So you go into settings, then you scroll down to the bottom and hit workout. And then you scroll way down to the bottom, you get heart rate zones, and you have automatic or manual control as well. So it gets you this whole zone thing on basically giving you, I'm not a fitness expert, but if you know what it is, let me know down in the comment section, your heart rates and stuff within specific times and all. So I guess that's there for you if you want that. I'm not a fitness expert again, so I wouldn't know. Also, there's low power mode when you start your workout. Now, I'm not sure if this was WatchOS 8 or 9, but I think when you turn this on, it basically goes into low power mode and shuts off everything else and only focuses the battery on your workout, because of course workouts take the most battery from your watch. So that was just a quick thing about the fitness. I mean, there's probably a ton more stuff in here, but those were the things that I liked, and you can again read up on that. I think there's a new wake mode function. When you jump on a wake mode, it automatically detects you're on a wake mode. Swimming got a bit of an overhaul, and there's a bunch of stuff you can read up on Apple's website. I'm not going to go into all the detail. And there's also a bunch of new faces for the Series 5 and all the other supported devices on WatchOS 9. As you can see, Metropolitan, Luna, Playtime, Astronomy, Portraits, and Modular with this hue color-like thing. But as usual, there's a bunch of options you can select as well. As you can see here, the older ones as well. So these were just some of the new faces. Metropolitan is somewhat nice, and so is Lunar. This modular thing, you can also edit it and stuff. It's quite nice. There's a bunch of editing options there for you. So if that's your thing, you can go select that. So just a bunch of new faces if you like. So here we are on Apple's website, and we're going to go over some of the other new features. I'm not going to get into all of these, and I don't know exactly what the Series 5 lacks, because it is an older watch and it lacks some of the new stuff in terms of hardware to actually run or use some of these new features. But there's a bunch of stuff you can look up here. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing that I see as a huge deal. Apart from what I mentioned, you can see your rings now in the workout app. The medications thing is also really nice. I guess if you need that, if you're taking your meds and you want to keep track of it and stuff, that's also great. So the medication thing is there. Sleep did get a bit of a boost, so you have better sleep tracking and stuff, I guess. I don't use that either. Watch faces already mentioned. We have the lunar cycles and stuff like that. Portraits got a bit of an enhancement, and then I showed you this thing as well, this new phase, aqua to zinc, okay, whatever. AFib history is also there, so you have that in your health app. Not sure if the Series 5 has that. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a software feature, so the Series 5 may have that. But yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff. As you can see there, podcasts got an update, home feature. Double pinch, I don't think the Series 5 got this. I couldn't find that anywhere. It's under accessibility, but I couldn't find that in accessibility. So I think that's something that the Series 5 didn't get. You'll have to look up that on your Series 5 yourself. But I couldn't find it myself, so it's probably not there. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that has been overhauled and all the good stuff. And there's your compatibility list as well. So Series 4, Series 5, SE first gen onwards, Series 6, Series 7, Series 8, and the Ultra. So yeah, in terms of all that, that's all I can cover on the Apple Watch Series 5 in terms of what it got with WatchOS 9. There's obviously so many new micro features that were included. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to get into all of that in the interest of time, but I covered the main things that you need to know when updating your Apple Watch to a new operating system like WatchOS 9. So I hope you enjoy WatchOS 9, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. And if you honestly did, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up on the like button, as it helps this video get on YouTube's algorithm. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and ring that bell notification button so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below or a question. I can answer your question, or we can start a discussion. My social media is linked down in the description below, which includes Instagram, Discord, and Twitter. Thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.